sunset view. I'm making so you're gonna want to get your arms involved with me. On the river
Hello, I'm Bernie Man. I'm going to be talking about vehicle positions once we're in the Little Birds. As you can see the helicopter here, we've got one troop on the left, two troops on the right and the pilot. The one on the left by the pilot will always be number 1. The two on the right hand side will be 2 and 3. 2 being at the front and 3 being at the rear towards the rotor. This is going to be the positions, the default positions for the helicopters throughout any transportation around the battlefield or moving into missions. So 1 on the left, 2 and 3 on the right, the pilot piloting the helicopter. So in this clip I'll be showing you the vehicle drop off and vehicle pickup. So you can see now we've got 1 on the left, 2 and 3 on the right. Pilot will be coming in, he'll be selecting his landing zone, he'll be approaching, he'll say 10 seconds to LZ, he will land, he will say 2 out, 1 out, 3 out. He will then move 10 meters to a corner of the helicopter and you will say 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. Then you will check your areas in front of you for any enemy and then you will say 1 all clear, 2 all clear, 3 all clear. Then you go off and do the mission and then say you come back now and you're ready for an extraction point. You can see how we are positioned here. So we want to be positioned as we would be getting on the helicopter. So me here at the front, I am number 2. 1 is over to the right and 3 is directly behind me. That is the position we're going to be coming into. A helicopter will come in, it will spot us, it will flare, it will touch down either just in front of us, we'll move onto the helicopter and onto our skid plates in our numbers. So 2 sets, 3 sets, 1 set, all sets, pilot will then take off. So to recap then, we're moving about the battlefield in a helicopter. We're going to have numbers on the helicopter, have pilot, 1 on the left on their own on the skid plate, 2 and 3 on the right, and that's the position we'll have for moving around. So when we come into land, if the pilot's getting out as well, we'll flare, he will land, 1 out, 2 out, 3 out, pilot out, 2 set, 2 clear, and then we'll move on. So now, for transport helicopters or any larger helicopters than the normal Little Birds for buzzing around, 1 and 2 will take up the gunner positions. 2 right gunner, 1 left gunner. 3 will then get into the rear passenger seat, and this is how it will be for all transport helicopters. So whenever we're moving about, this is the positions we're going to be in. So for helicopter movement, we're going to have 1, 2 and 3 will be the troops in the back, and then you'll have the pilot. These will be different numbers from when we're patrolling, but we'll come on to that in the patrolling element of the training videos. But for helicopters, it is 1, 2 and 3 in the back with the pilot in the front. 2 and 3 always on the right hand side of the helicopter, 1 is always on the left. And just remember to say your numbers when off, set. So in this clip, we're going to be talking about vehicle drop-offs and extractions over water. So as we can see here, the pilot is flying along the water at low to the water's edge. 1 is on the left, 2 and 3 are on the right. We'll be approaching our target area, and as we come in, the pilot will be saying 10 seconds to LZ. He'll then begin his flare and he'll be saying red, 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 and then he'll go green, 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 and it's the same exit point as 2 out, 3 out, 1 out. You then go off and do your mission, and then we'll look at vehicle water pickup. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at vehicle extraction from the water. As you can see here, we're back in our positions, so 2 and 3 on the left and number 1 will be over the right, ready to get on a helicopter. Now the important thing here is that the pilot cannot see us, so number 2, which is me, will be guiding the helicopter in. I'll be telling him to flare, slow down, in line, forward, 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 hover, down, down, down. We will then move in and we'll get onto our respective positions within the helicopter. So 3 in, 2 in, 1 in, all in, and then the pilot will take off and we'll move out of the battle zone and on to the next objective. So in this clip we're going to be looking at a hot LZ drop off. The pilot will look over the town base or the objective that we're looking to land in. It's going to be a hot LZ, so he'll be selecting an appropriate rooftop to insert us onto as close to the objective as possible. Once he's selected, he will then move away from the town to begin his run in. So this is what's happening now. We're going to have both troops that will be deploying on the one side of the helicopter to make it as easy as possible for landing. Once landed, the helicopter will take off and go to an overwatch position. So here we're going in now, picking our line in. The pilot will be saying 10 seconds out. We begin his flare and he'll be saying red, 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 and then green, green, green. The idea is to get off the helicopter as quickly as possible to take as least damage and then complete the mission. So in our final clip we're going to be looking at a hot pickup point. So as you can see from the video here, we're still under fire. We've cleared most of the troops out, and at this point now it'll be the 2IC's job to be communicating with the helicopter pilot for saying that we are good for extraction, we're ready for pickup. They'll be going to collect the helicopter. We'll be keeping a low profile as possible. Although the enemy know where we are in a safe position. We're not getting shot, we're not getting injured. We'll possibly be looking at ways of keeping the enemy's head down for the helicopter coming in. So in this case we'll be using mortars to keep that enemy suppressed while the helicopter flies in. It's important on this part, especially on a building pickup, that we look at communication with the helicopter at all times. So at this point we only want one person communicating with that helicopter pilot. We're going to be looking for what position, what way he's going to be coming in, so that we can get on the right side of the helicopter for extraction. Then once he's in, it'll be the person to talk him down, so it'll be down, 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 loading, 1 set, 2 set, take off, and then we'll be moving out of the hot zone and on to the next mission. Hope you all enjoyed this. This will be our first part of training for vehicles.